Imagine for a moment that you're walking towards a very important business meeting. It's late at night, after hours, but you're 100% certain that once you get to this business meeting, you're going to receive a promotion. But you're also certain that if you're even a minute late, that promotion is going to go to your rival. For now, we'll call him Mr. Sinister, because they always are. But see, deep down inside, you know that this promotion is something that you are more than deserving of. You've sacrificed weekends, time with family, damaged friendships, all to make sure that those under your management excel at the highest level within your organization. So you're continuing your walk, a thunderstorm starts up. It's not a problem. You decide to take a shortcut. It'll get you out of the rain faster, and hopefully get you to the meeting a little bit earlier. Now, this sounds like a good leader, right? Determined, prepared, calculating, even successful. Now, let's say that on your way in this shortcut, you come across an abandoned construction zone, and there's this hole. You happen to notice the hole, you're lucky enough not to fall in it. But as you start to walk around the hole, you hear that someone else wasn't as lucky. In the rain, a voice cries out that says that they've fallen in the hole and they've broken their leg. Now, you're likely going to be a little bit curious, so you creep up to the hole and look down in there. But it's pitch black. Neither of you can see each other. You have no idea who is down in that hole. You don't know their race. You don't know what religion they practice. You don't know their political affiliation. You don't know their name. You don't know their height, their weight. Because of the rain and the thunderstorm, you're not even sure if it's a man or a woman. The only thing that you do know that you are absolutely certain of is that someone is in the hole and they need help. So you whip out your cell phone, dial 911, and a couple seconds later, you yell into the hole. 15 minutes until help arrives. 15 minutes. Now, if you leave right at that moment, you can make your meeting. You can get that promotion. Deny Mr. Sinister. But if you stay 1 minute longer, you won't. All of you understand this dilemma, but what you may not understand or may not be aware of is that in my search for the premier tool that simultaneously develops leadership and social connection, that scenario that I just provided you exemplifies perfectly what virtual leadership development provides its participants. Before providing them the opportunity to make a connection, it strips them of everything that can get in the way of making that connection. All of it. Now, it's easy to understand that social stigma is not nearly as powerful as the bonds that are necessary to overcome it. Focusing on strengthening those bonds is a big part of what virtual leadership development allows. Now, I'm very passionate about discovering a way that can simultaneously teach leadership development and develop social bonds, because I believe that each of us are desperate to find this connection, to find this in our leaders, especially as of late. We cry out into the night because we feel that our leaders currently would not hesitate to dash for that promotion, leaving us in the hole. They did their role, right? They called for help. They played their role. Virtual leadership development provides a virtual representation of each individual that's participating in the program. This is known as an avatar. It is through this avatar that participants are challenged with tasks that none of them can complete alone, and they are placed in situations in which they actually have to lead. This is not a forum-driven program. This is not individuals sitting down discussing the what-ifs of leadership. This is leading, real time. And understanding that moving forward, these are the connections, is these types of connections that we want to start developing in individuals, the leaders especially. Now, during the program, individuals are especially brought to a realization as far as trusting their heart over their eyes. Because at the very end of the curriculum, the one thing that your heart is absolutely certain of is that the group of participants that were with you, that supported you 100%, through the highs, the lows, the victories, the defeats, through everything that challenged hope and encouraged hope. These individuals supported you knowing the most important aspect of you, the content of your character. Virtual leadership development offers insight to a very important aspect of leading. And that is that leadership itself is predicated on the strength of the bonds that you form with the individuals that put their trust in you. Always. Now, I could sit back and geek out right now and go ahead and talk about how social psychological theory is being applied with the curriculum to make the outcomes that we're seeking. We have group contact hypothesis, affect control theory, identity theory, status characteristics theory. But just this one time, I'm going to spare each of you. Instead, I'm going to let the kids do the talking. This video that you are about to see is footage of 32 participants in the nation's first Virtual Leadership Development Academy. This is the very first time that they've met each other. For 8 weeks, the only thing they've known about each other were their personalities. They didn't know what they sounded like, they didn't know what they looked like, they didn't know any of their names. They only knew the personalities that they interacted with virtually. Now, as you watch this video, I want you to ask yourself a question. Do you feel that the individuals in this video would be content to stand on the outskirts of that pit? Or would they risk trying to find a way into the pit to be there with their teammate and wait for help together? I hope this video opens hearts and minds, but I'm exceptionally grateful for you allowing me this opportunity to share this idea. Thank you.